Welcome back, guys, to the Two Man Podcast, episode 14. How we doing, Carl?
Doing great, doing great. Say hello to my llama friend.
Hi, Llama
Hello.
friend.
Let's go two men.
Wow, very big supporter. We'll have to get him some merch.
Yeah, definitely. Look at a little two-man logo right here.
Yes, he looks perfect. Got a name? Got a name for him?
Larry the llama.
Can't beat it. Pretty classic.
Yeah,
I like it.
pretty classic.
I like it. So
Yeah.
we hope everyone's doing great today. Had a little delay. Carl went on a lovely vacation, which we will talk about in the
Yes, we
episode.
will. Yeah.
And we have plenty to talk about here. Plenty of catching up to do. So let's get right into it in our first.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
One of the things that kind of happened over the past week is me and Taylor went to see the Jonas Brothers at
Yes.
Yankee Stadium. I will say, fantastic show. They performed for 3.5 hours. They did all 5 of their albums, which I did not know they had 5 albums.
Oh, dude, they got some fire tracks, dude.
I mean,
They got
yeah,
some
they go
fire
back, they
tracks.
go back, they go back to their Disney Channel days. So it was
Yeah,
great. But
Camp
but the
Rock action.
Exactly. Fantastic movie. But the one thing I was not ready for from this Jonas Brothers concert was just like kind of how not prepared Yankee Stadium was. I mean, it looked like a war zone. Me and Taylor got there an hour and a half before the show, and it was the most packed I've ever seen a place. And like the merchandise lines, I don't know what the new obsession is with everyone having to get the merch. The merchandise lines look like a
Yeah.
2-hour line. The food lines were empty because they were getting blocked by the merchandise lines. And besides that, the bathroom lines were crazy. And the girls' bathroom line, which unfortunately is always longer for them in general anywhere. But at
Yeah,
this
sorry,
concert,
girls.
yeah,
Sorry.
sorry, girls. But this was primarily, obviously, a lot of girls at this concert. The lines wrapped around. It must have been a 2-hour wait on some of these lines that they didn't
That's
feel like waiting.
ridiculous.
And they took over the men's line, the men's bathroom. So it was funny when I first walked into the men's bathroom. Obviously, they can't use the urinals. I mean, they can if they want. No, I'm not gonna say you can't. But they had the stalls, so they were forming a separate line throughout the men's room just to use the stalls on the left, and then the men were allowed to use the urinals on the right. And it was just crazy, a crazy
Imagine if you had to
experience.
go and take a shit there, dude, and like you just like right before you walk in, you just see this girl just walk out with like 3 other girls because they don't go alone. They go in pairs,
Sometimes
they
they
go
do
in
not. Yeah,
triples.
sometimes they do not. But yeah, no, that was probably one of my biggest fears throughout. Was if I had to use one of the stalls throughout the concert, what was I gonna do? Because if I had to wait on that line, we might have been in trouble. Luckily, I didn't have to.
Thank
But
God.
but no, I just thought it was kind of crazy. Our friend Alphonse was working
Oh, was
too.
he actually?
Yeah, and I texted him. I was like, dude, it is chaos here. And he's like, dude, I can't believe this. Because, like, if you wanted to get food, drinks, everything was just taken over by the merchandise lines. I mean, I don't get the obsession. All the things that are available at the venue, you can buy online.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like recently too, I feel like it's been like within the past like 4 or 5 years
Exactly.
where people are like obsessed with getting merch at the place. It's like some sort of nostalgia thing that you walk out with merchandise. I mean,
Hmm.
even some people, they as soon as they get there, they buy merch and they throw out the shirt that they already had on. And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, they're wearing the merch the rest of the concert. It's like,
Yeah,
why?
I've seen people like that, which all right, I guess it makes sense. But to wait on the line the entire time before the concert starts, it didn't make any sense. Like me and Taylor saw some of the merch. I mean, they had great merch for sure.
Yeah. Better than
As
Drake?
Yeah, I'll say that
Yeah.
a little better than Drake. Drake was a disappointment with
Yeah,
merch.
I would agree with that too. Drake was pretty much a
Yeah,
disappointment with
there was some
merch.
nice stuff, but me and Taylor were literally sitting there, and I'm like, "What's the obsession? Like, is some of this stuff not available on their website?" And we sat down, and
You
there
went
was
online and looked? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
everything was right there. Nothing was sold out. We almost ordered a shirt right there in our seats
That's
instead of standing
wild.
2 hours online. I couldn't
Yeah,
believe
I
it.
would have done that. I mean, I know with Post, he didn't have all the stuff that when we went, he
No.
didn't have all the stuff online that he had at the venue.
Yeah. So that was an exception for
Yeah.
sure. Like he had some of that stuff, but it did not in the colors you guys got because I like some of
Yeah.
that stuff. But yeah, I just like you said, over the last 4 or 5 years, I do not understand the obsession with getting merch at the place.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, because I feel like, I mean, I didn't start going to concerts until about like 6 years ago. My
Mhm.
first concert was senior year of high school. Um, and when I was at a Logic concert, even then, like the lines weren't that crazy. But I want to say, like, ever since like 2019, I feel like the merch lines has just been crazy every concert I've ever been to.
Yeah.
people line up 2-3 hours early
Yeah.
sometimes before the concert even lets you in to get online for merch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's wild.
I know. I think when me and Taylor saw Harry Styles at Madison Square Garden, the concert was say like 7, 8 o'clock. They had from 11 to 2, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You were allowed to walk right in and get merch beforehand, which was genius
Yeah,
because
that's smart.
there was no lines then. Taylor walked in, probably took a few minutes looking around and was able to buy everything and walk out. So I think that's something that venues should really start considering more. I know sometimes it's not as easy, staffing wise and whatnot, but it is ridiculous nowadays. People camping out for this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you like alluded to is that, you know, Yankee Stadium just wasn't ready. I mean, I've heard
No.
you're not the first person that I've heard. I know I had friends that went to Daddy Yankee
Uh huh.
there, or no, not Daddy Bad Bunny there,
Okay.
and they said that it was kind of the same thing. The lines
Yeah.
were super long and like same thing, you know, a lot of girls going to the bed. I mean, girls are always going to be a lot of the concerts, but like a
Hmm.
lot of the girls lines at the Bad Bunny concert were also just as
Yeah.
long. There were so many people there. It was ridiculous to get merch.
Yeah. Cause like, yeah. And like, I feel bad. I don't blame them. Like, obviously, I would also go into the other gender's bathroom as well if I
Yeah,
had to really
no,
go. Cause
100%.
instead of
Yeah.
missing the concert. So, but yeah, no, it was just so crowded over there. And like, and there was only a couple merchandise spots too. So, like, everything was just so jam packed. Like I said, like, I felt bad for some of the staff members who were standing there at like those little kiosks for beers and hot dogs and sausage and peppers because you couldn't get to them because the merch
Yeah.
was nuts. It was
No, that's
absolutely
crazy.
nuts. Yeah. So that was my little experience. But like I said, besides that quality content, it rained. It was crazy actually
Did
too.
it
Because
rain?
yeah, so there was a chance of rain throughout the whole thing, and they had actually an intermission. That's how long the concert was. They had like a 15
Really?
minute intermission. Like they played a song, screens came down, they went off and said like intermission countdown for 15 minutes. So obviously everyone ran to the bathrooms and did what they had to, and it started to drizzle. And then like 5 minutes later, it poured like it
They had a rain delay? Did
monsooned.
they have a rain delay?
Well, that's what I thought they were going to do because I looked and I said, "Look at their stage. It was waterfalls coming off the top of their stage and everything." I said, "They can't perform on that. How are they going to do that? Like if it keeps raining like this, they're going to delay or cancel." And people were up there sweeping the entire delay. As soon as the intermission stopped counting down, the rain stopped and they came
That's
back on.
that's why maybe that's why they did an intermission. Maybe they knew that the rain was coming.
Yeah,
Maybe they had a
maybe.
maybe they had a forecast. So they saw that the rain was coming. They're like, yeah, let's just
Maybe I
go.
wouldn't put it past them because they kept making jokes when they came out saying how dry they were. And I was sitting there. I literally took off my shirt and wrung it out, and it was just buckets of water coming out of my shirt. It was crazy.
Oh, that's gross, dude.
Yeah,
That's
no,
gross.
it was crazy, but definitely a lot of cheers also for when their wives all walked by, especially Sophie Turner.
Dude, oh,
It
their
was yeah.
wives are all so individually so hot. Hot take. I think that Kevin Jonas has the hottest wife. Hot
I
take.
honestly, I don't know what his wife looked like. So,
Out
honestly,
of the three of them, I forget her name, but I know Nick is dating like the actress, another. She's also an actress, but she's
yes,
also like an actress slash like. I'm pretty sure she's also like a princess. I'm pretty sure she's royalty. I might
sure,
have pulled that one out of my ass. I'm not really
sure.
sure.
Wait, we'll go with
Um,
it.
but she's also like 10 years older than him, which is also crazy.
Really, I did not know that. They
Yeah,
didn't look
she's like
that different in
they
age.
don't, but I'm pretty sure like Nick Jonas is like 28 and she's like 38. Like
Wow.
it's something crazy like that. Yeah.
Good for her. And then yeah, then
Yeah,
you got
good for
Sophie
her
Turner,
and good
who
for
is
him.
yeah, true. And then you got Sophie Turner, who's an actress. So
Yeah, no,
um,
literally, Sophie Turner, probably
yeah,
the most famous out of the three.
I'd say so. But she's also a couple inches taller than him too.
She is, which is crazy.
Yeah, you usually don't see that a
Short
lot.
kings, man, short
Short Kings,
kings.
man. Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out. But yeah, I mean, that was my Jonas Brothers experience right there.
Well, so I have a question for you about your Jonas Brother
Sure,
experience.
let's hear it.
Um, first of all, who is your favorite Jonas Brother? Your favorite Joe bro?
Always been Joe, and it continues to be
Really?
Joe. Yep.
You know
Yep.
what? I strongly agree with that too.
Yep.
I think that Joe is my favorite. I mean, especially he was always the lead in Camp Rocks,
Yeah.
any
Yep.
of the shows. Like that's why I really kind of stick towards him. But I
Yep.
know a lot of the girls are heavy with like Nick Jonas like recently, ever since he went off on his like lonesome and he kind of had like
Yeah.
a better solo career.
Yeah. Now they both have good voices and they're good performers and yeah, they've always kind of both been the leads in their own sense. And Nick's got his guitar, so you always love a man who can play an instrument as well.
Yep. Hmm.
But yeah, Kevin never gets any of the
I was
love.
gonna
You got to
say
feel bad.
if you said Kevin, you might be a serial killer. Unfortunately, I mean, as
Yeah,
much as I
nah.
love you, Kevin,
Yeah.
Kevin Jonas, I'm sorry, but unfortunately, you are the least liked. I know that sucks to hear,
Yeah,
but you know
it
what? You are a Jonas brother and you are a millionaire, so
yeah,
congratulations to you.
exactly. You could be worse. You could be the
Could be
younger
worse.
brother. You could be Frankie Jonas.
And like I said, I think you have the hottest wife, so good on you, man. Good
There
on
you
you.
go. Yeah, but yeah, so that was my experience. I know you have your own experience to talk about on our next topic in the Bahamas.
Yeah, dude. So I went to the Bahamas with my family, little getaway. Went from Monday to the Friday last week. It was nice. We flew out. Our flight got delayed 3 times. Yeah, terrible.
Oof.
I barely got any sleep. We woke up at 2 in the morning, which is basically like sometime I would usually normally go to sleep
Yeah.
at. So woke up at like 2 in the morning to leave by 3 a.m. to get there by 4 because our flight was at 6 a.m.
Mm,
And we get there, so we're 2 hours early,
of
and
course.
we go to our gate, and then we realize that the flight was delayed like by 2 hours. So we're
That's
like,
awful.
what the fuck? Yeah, so it went from 6 to 8 o'clock. So, and not only did they delay our flight, they switched our gate. And
Oh my
like we were at
gosh.
JFK, so we were on one side of the airport. We had to walk to the complete other side of the airport
Yeah.
just to, get to our flight. And then we're there for about like an hour and a half. We should be close to like boarding. And then next thing you know, they switch our flight again
Oh my
to
gosh.
across the other side. Well they switched it again, but it was
Yeah.
at the same gate, but they bumped it back an hour. So we were
Oh
staying
my
there. And then for a
gosh.
third time, they finally switched it to a gate that was where we were originally at. So like we were originally at like 14, then they switched us to 23, or which was on the other side of the whole, airport. And then we
Yeah.
went back to like 19, which was like right next to 14.
Okay.
So it was ridiculous. Then we
Jeez.
hopped
Not
on
a,
the
not
flight.
not a hot
uh,
start to the trip.
Yeah, not a hot start. So we were only like delayed really 2 hours because they bumped it back up to like from 9 o'clock to 8.
Okay.
So it was nice. And flight there and back was great. Once we were there, it was paradise. I mean,
Yep.
I'm just a huge fan of just like blue clear water that you can like
Same.
see your feet in. Not like
Hmm.
the Long Island beaches here. As much as I love our Long Island beaches here, I
Yeah.
love, diving into the waves. It's just something about like being able to hold a drink and just float in like the
Yep.
water. It's
Yep.
just awesome.
Hmm.
We went on a couple of jet skis, which is definitely a highlight. The guys walking down the beach, they're like, "Hey, jet skis, jet skis!" And
Yeah. Yeah.
you got to try and negotiate. He wanted me to pay $400. I said, he said 320. I said 300 and a good tip. He said, "You got it, dude."
That's the
I
way to
gave him
do
like
it. That's a good
gave him
negotiating
300
strategy.
bucks. Gave him like $25 tip or $30,
Yeah.
and he was very happy. Me and Joey both went on for like an hour, which was sick. I saw a big fish like this big,
Oh, nice.
like right by my feet when I was
Nice.
jet skiing. It was sick.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and then but definitely I would gotta say the highlight of my trip had to have been the gambling.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
come out
the
big.
gambling. So I learned how to play craps.
Nice.
So much fun for anybody who hasn't played craps before. I highly suggest to play. The
Yeah.
only thing about it is that you do need to put a lot of money in to like have fun.
Hmm.
So like I started, it was a $15 minimum table. You need $15 just to like be able to play.
Hmm.
And then essentially how it works is like once somebody rolls a number that like you have to roll, the only numbers you can't roll are a 2, 3, and 11 on the
Hmm.
start. And if you roll any of those, that's what's called craps, and then like nobody wins, and then
Okay.
they take your fucking money.
Yeah.
So as long as you roll any number besides that, then you basically the game continues, and then you can start betting on other numbers. And if people roll the dice and they land on that number, you win
It's
money.
a watch. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I remember playing like a version of that on my phone for free or something
yeah,
with like
no,
fake
definitely.
money. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's so much fun though,
Yeah.
because started playing for a little bit, wasn't making any money, and then once I started getting the hang of it, I started putting money on different numbers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put a number of the 4, the 5, and like at one point, like I had probably like it was $15 minimum. I probably had like $100 on the board, right?
Yeah.
And by the time I cashed out. I was up like $300. I'm like, let's fucking go, man. Like
Awesome.
I put
Yeah.
in 100, now I'm up 300. So I was chilling. So
Yeah.
then didn't play for the rest of the night. Then we went back the next day, played a little bit of blackjack that like morning when we were going out to the beach. Went up another $115. So now I'm up like $400. I'm feeling really good. I'm like,
Nice.
let's
Nice.
go. Like,
Plenty of drink
nice.
money.
Yeah, we were playing blackjack a little bit, so it was nice. So now it gets to the night. I got hammered. I fell asleep at the table. Parents had to bring me up to the room. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I pass out. Right. I wake up at like 10:30, and I'm like, all right, down to the tables. And my parents are like, get back in bed. And Joey's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
go back in bed. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, fine. So I wake up the next day. So we have like 2 more nights left on the trip, and within those 2 nights, I ended up losing all the money that I was up, and plus another like 400, $500. So moral of the story is, kids,
Mm.
gambling is a tricky and slippery road. But as long as you had fun, it's all that counts. And as long as it was money that you were willing to give up, it's okay. Don't get any debt and learn when to stop.
I mean, at least you have a strong message
But
from it. You have to learn from somewhere, kids. So thanks,
exactly,
thanks
you
to
gotta
Carl.
learn. You gotta learn from somewhere. But no, it was so much fun. I'm going to Atlantic City in a couple of weeks. So
Nice.
I'm very excited to go back and play craps again.
Run it back. I mean, yeah,
But
that
run it
game is
back.
in any movie montage ever. Where
That's
there's
what
a
I'm
casino
saying.
scene.
Any
You
movie,
just
yeah.
yeah, they always zoom in on the guy rolling the dice, and whether it's on the dice or not, the whole crowd celebrates because they're on a hot
Oh,
streak or
crack.
something. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, the whole time, every movie. So
everybody goes crazy, dude.
yeah, yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
great.
probably the craziest thing besides the gambling the whole trip
Mhm.
was we went to a really expensive restaurant, and like it ended up being the best meal we had. I sent you the picture of the menu. Like,
Yeah,
dude, they had spaghetti for $47.
yeah,
It's
that was
pasta,
crazy.
bro,
Yeah,
for
that was
$47.
crazy.
Like, it
Yeah,
was crazy.
yeah.
And then I ended up getting like a I think it was a New York strip for like $76. Probably the most expensive like meal I've personally ever spent on. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
And then but the thing that blew my mind out of the water was we got 4 drinks, right? How much would you say an average 4 drinks is if you're going out somewhere to get 4 drinks?
I mean, I would say it's anywhere from like 12 to $15 for like a cocktail.
For one,
So,
yeah, right.
yeah, for one. And then
So it would be
whatever the
like
math is,
close to
like
like
60,
40 or
$70.
50. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Even
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah, exactly right. It was $110 for 4 drinks.
Oh my God. That's more than just some food bills for families.
I know. And like so we like we're waiting for our table, and we ordered like four
Yeah.
drinks and I looked to my dad and I go, it's gonna be a rough night.
Yeah. You pat him on. He was probably just like, if only you were up in gambling. If only you were up
Yeah,
in the casino.
and at this point I was up. So I'm like, Dad, I'll cover it.
Oh.
He's like, no, no, it's okay, I got it.
So
And I
you're like,
was
oh,
like,
I'll gamble it then.
yeah,
God dang.
now I'm like, thank God I did it.
Yeah. Dude, you
I'm
could
like,
have been
thank
down
God.
so much more. That's
Yeah,
great. Dude, that is I would be afraid to just
wild.
sit. I would be afraid to sit in that restaurant. I'd be like,
No,
I don't belong here.
dude, it was ridiculous, man. I was shook. I was
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how is this even possible?
Yeah, no, I can't imagine. Like I would hope some of those drinks or food came with like a bar of gold or something for that
Yeah,
much
bar of
money. Like,
gold or give me some
jeez.
superpowers. I don't know.
Yeah, literally.
But
Oh my God, that's nuts.
yeah.
That is nuts.
But my last thing to bring up about my Bahamas is actually a debate to ask you.
Okay.
Are you, when you go on vacation,
Okay.
are you a beach guy or are you a pool guy?
Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's a great question. I have to
Tough.
say, I'm trying to think because both are great. If I'm right now, if I was to say, because I went to the Bahamas last year with my family as
Yeah.
well, and it was great. I loved it. If I had to say, I'm probably a pool guy. I'm probably a
I
pool guy.
knew you were a pool guy. I
Yeah, I
knew
think
you
I'm a
were gonna
pool
say
guy.
that. I
Yeah,
knew you were gonna say that.
yeah. I
You
love
see,
the beach.
I love the pool. I personally am a beach guy, especially when you're going somewhere tropical. You want to like,
Hmm.
enjoy the beach. And
Oh, of
this might be
course.
because I didn't have a pool growing up, like you. But
Sorry, bud.
it's okay. But I would say I think I'm a beach guy, like going to, the clear water, um, being able to take a piss whenever you want. You just swim out away from everybody else,
Why can't you do that in a pool?
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. Oh God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not in
No,
public
you're
pools,
not.
like
I
not
know
in
you
public,
pissed in the pool.
not in extremely public pools. I'll
Yeah,
say.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Are you the guy that goes and pees in his friend's pool?
Every time,
I know
every
it. I
time.
know
If my friends are listening to this and you have a pool and we've been in it,
it.
I'm sorry, but it's happened. It's happened.
Oh, that is so funny, bro. Oh, that is jokes. But
No, yeah.
oh, that is awesome. But yeah, I bring it because I feel like that is a good topic, or a good debate because feel like when you go to the resorts, like the pools are obviously amazing.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes they can be way better than the beach it is itself. And
yeah.
at first, when I went there, I was like, yo, this pool is great. Like, I'm not getting out and going to the beach, but it was nice. They had the floating cabanas in the beach. Like, so I like that
That's
crap
true.
when you go there.
That's nice. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like something about the beach because like I know a lot of the times they have like the beach chairs out for you, and
Hmm.
they got the umbrellas you can rent, but just like it's already 1,000 degrees down there. So
Yeah.
having to walk with the things I want and need at the beach is already like a little bit of a hassle. Usually the beaches are farther of a walk and the pools are kind of right there if you're in a resort or something.
Yeah.
So, you can kind of just go down to different pools and then, usually there's a QR code or a little menu you
QR
can pull
code.
up and you get a
Yeah,
little
you can order some
poolside
drinks, order some
service. Yeah,
food.
you get a little poolside service. So,
What was actually cool about the pool that we went to, because I went to Bahamar, not Atlantis. It was a different part of
oh,
Bahamas,
okay. Gotcha.
which is it's only like 6 years old. It's like super new.
Oh,
Everything was
nice.
beautiful there.
Nice.
But in the pool, the one pool that we went to, they had a bar that was in the pool. Like
Oh
they
yeah,
had
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
know
it was
exactly what you're talking
sick.
about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where I stayed. I think I stayed at Atlantis. I can't remember. I'm terrible with names. I can tell you what
Yeah.
things look
I
like,
think you
but
stayed at Atlantis. I was talking to Jill about it. I think she said you guys stayed at Atlantis.
she would definitely know better.
Yeah, I stayed there. I stayed there when I first went there, my senior year of high school, and it was awesome. Like
Yeah,
Atlantis is dope too.
I would love to go back there. I recommend anyone who has a chance to go somewhere, go to the Bahamas for a nice trip
Yeah,
because
I
we had a
wanna, I
great
wanna,
time.
I wanna definitely go there with like a group of people,
Hmm.
like our friends, like
Yeah,
instead of family. As much as great as it was to go to family, I would love to go with like friends and just be
sure,
able to go on a weekend, go out to like because at the place I was at specifically, apparently they had a lot of awesome bars and clubs and stuff that you could
sure.
go to.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we weren't able to go because it was we were there Monday through Friday
Hmm.
and we left Friday, and all those clubs and stuff are open Friday through Sunday. So
Oh,
it's like we went like the 3 days that they didn't
literally the
weren't
3 days
open.
they're
It was
not
whack.
open.
I was like,
That's
even
good.
on a Thursday night, they're not gonna have it open like Thirsty Thursdays. Come on.
Yeah, that's and you're a vacation spot. Why are you not open every single day?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't
People
the
don't
club
have
be
work the
open every
next day
day?
down there.
Yeah, exactly. If I want to like get lit on a Tuesday, club going up. Come on,
That's
on a
why I'm on
Tuesday. Why
vacation.
not?
I'm not coming
Exactly.
down. I'm not coming down to the Bahamas on a Tuesday so I can get some work done to clear my
Yeah,
mind. The
exactly.
guys out of their
Yeah,
minds.
it was
Out,
weird.
out, out of their minds. But yeah, I went with family too. Had a great time. The one funny story from mine. Literally the first day we went down there was a rough day for me. I was stressed about a couple different things leading up to it. A job also just told me no, that I applied for. So I was like all over the place in my head. But we just landed, and in my backpack I had my computer, my Beats, my AirPods, and I think my Apple Watch. So an expensive backpack right there.
Yeah.
And a van picks us up from the airport, takes us to the grocery store, and then takes us to the apartment and or like the house condo, whatever you want to call it, we
Yeah.
stayed in. And the one thing people told me when you're going down there, like, listen, Bahamas has a bad rap for like people stealing stuff. So like keep a close, watch on all your items, all your belongings. I'm like, okay, so we go to the grocery store. I have my backpack, whatever. So we go to the grocery store. We get to the hotel. Dad pulls out one of the rolling things. So I start carrying the boxes of food. We're taking our luggage out of the back and doing all this. Go to the place. Place looks nice inside. We're enjoying everything. And I think I went to go charge my phone and I realized it was in my backpack that I did not take out of the van.
Oh.
And my whole family was like, you have to be kidding me. And I was like, dude, I really did not think I was getting that back. We didn't know how to contact the van. We didn't know any of this stuff. Luckily, the front desk concierge or whatever, he knew he was boys with the guy in the van. So
You got
luckily he was.
so lucky,
I know. So he
dude.
calls him back. We got there probably like in the afternoon. And I was like, can you come back tonight? He's like, I don't have any more stops there tonight. I'll bring it to you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Like, tell me your apartment number. So we tell it to him. I said, what's the odds I get this back? Like, I'll give him a big tip, whatever. And it was like pouring just in the morning. And I hear a knock 6 a.m. Surely enough, there he is. And we try and give him money and he would not accept. It might have been
That's
policy or something.
crazy.
He did not accept. And I looked in there, everything was in there.
What a
So,
fucking G.
yo,
What was the name of this guy?
oh, I don't know. I
Should
should
have
have got
gotten
his
his
name.
name.
I probably
He
did at the
should,
time, but I don't know it
dude, he
now.
should have been put on a pedestal. He
Dude, he
should
was,
have been given a medal.
dude, literally, because he was a G, because he drove his from the airport, stopped at the grocery store to get some stuff, liquor store to get some stuff, and then
Yeah,
took us
that's
to the
nice.
hotel. So, but yeah,
Wow.
that was my hot start to my Bahamas trip. Didn't mean to steal your
That's
limelight there, but
that's crazy.
just remember
Oh, that
that.
is so fucking funny, dude.
I
Holy
know,
shit.
I know, I couldn't believe it.
Dude, because like there's some people that would not do that. Like you got lucky. Because
Dude,
they'd
I
be like,
got
oh, I
lucky.
don't have a backpack. Or like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Or like, oh, I don't see it. Like he probably would have gaslit me and then realized
Yeah,
that I have like thousands of dollars worth of stuff in there that he could either resell or use.
dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, that was my start to the trip.
That is
But everything else was
crazy.
great, and I would go back. But yeah,
Oh, that is nuts.
yeah,
That is crazy.
exactly.
Well, enough Bahamas talk. Um, let's transition over to something that else that's gonna be nuts. The football season coming up. We have fantasy football right around the corner. We have our draft.
Yes, sir.
Um, the Thursday after this podcast will air.
Yep.
So, Tyler, what is your lookout for or your insight to the fantasy football coming up?
Well, obviously, my lookout first is that my fantasy football draft actually works this year. That would be a
Let's
hot start for
go.
me. So far, so good. For anyone that doesn't know, we'll tell a quick story. We go to our friend Dan's in Stamford, Connecticut. That's where we kind of all met up. We thought it was a nice neutral point for some people. So about 5 or 6 of us went there. Everyone else was kind of drafting from their homes. Had the draft about like 8 o'clock. I think we, at least me and Casey got there around like 7:50. We got there like
Hmm.
last second.
Literally last second.
Yeah, so we drive in. I was doing plenty of mock drafts, so I was pretty ready. I think I had like the sixth or seventh pick, and we sit down, and I go to log in on my computer to join the league, and it does not say that there's a draft room open or anything. It doesn't say I'm in the league, but there's no draft about to start. There's no, draft room to join. There's no countdown, nothing. And all you guys are in the draft, and I'm going, oh, please don't make me have to auto pick. We had to pause long story short, we had to pause the draft for a good 40 minutes because I was logging in. I was logged in. I knew my password, and I was trying to create a different account. I had the invite. I joined the league. Like it was just all this chaos. I was stressed out of my mind. I had people who were at their houses who had other things to do were yelling at me. So we end up still coming in third or fourth place in the league. But that
Oh,
is
nice. I
definitely,
didn't even know or remember that. Yeah.
yeah, I came in like third or fourth. I think it was fourth, but yeah. So my outlook right now is to definitely make sure that starts. Dan, the commissioner, has been texting me every single day to make sure that it's working for me. So
Shout out Dan.
shout
Dan
out
King.
Dan. Yeah, he did that. But I know you or me, we got picks 11 and 12. Not the
We do,
greatest.
we
Not the
do.
greatest.
I'm very scared because I feel like this like the first round in the draft this year is like it's kind of like hit or miss. I've done a couple of
Hmm.
mock drafts. Like obviously the first like three or four guys go off the board, but
Yeah.
then it's like it's kind of weird. Like I've done drafts where say like Travis Kelsey will drop a little bit later into the first round. Sometimes he gets picked as early as like three or four.
I know.
Um
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and that's like that honestly that's somebody who I'm looking to pick like later in the round. Like I was like, oh, like I'll get a tight end at like 12. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
But
That
he's
was.
like the best tight end out there. So a lot of people are taking him like top five, top
Yeah,
five,
because
six, seven.
it is just like, Mark Andrews and Kittle are like the other good tight ends. Pitts, you can make an argument for too, but like there is just
Ding
hello,
ding 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 ding.
there is just such a big gap between Kelsey and the number two tight end
Yeah,
that like I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, maybe I'll take Kelsey at 11. I wouldn't be
yeah.
mad with that. And then like every mock draft, he's like five.
Yeah, everything that I've been seeing too. Like sometimes he may drop to 11. I haven't like I've been doing mock drafts at 12, and I
Yeah,
haven't been
yeah.
able to pick him at 12 yet.
Y-
And that's somebody who I was really hoping to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a heads up. If he's there at 11, I'm
He's there at
taking
11. You're
him. Yeah.
taking him. Yeah.
So yeah.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, I figured that much. I mean,
Mm,
me personally, I don't really know any of the rookies. Like besides a couple of the guys that got
mhm.
drafted, I knew mostly the quarterbacks. So I got to do some research to kind of just see who I want to pick.
Yeah.
Um, I know that for especially in our league, wide receiving kills. Like
Yeah.
you need to have a good, really good one wide receiver and a good running back. So I might try and go like star receiver, star running back, my 1 and 2 back to back.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's
It's
it
tough.
it's tough because I mean last year the running backs, I mean in a lot of years, but I felt like last year was like the biggest year where there was just like two, sorry, that's my dryer. There was like two or three good running backs or great running backs. And after that, there wasn't a lot. And or at least maybe I would say 10 reliable ones, maybe. And the problem is obviously you have two running back slots. And my fear this year is that the small pool of like good, productive running backs shrunk big time.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, in years past, obviously he took a little decline last year, but Jonathan Taylor was, one of the guys you take, but
Yep.
he's kind of holding out. He's got injury problems and he's requested a trade,
Yeah,
so
now
he's
we
trying to get
requested a
out of
trade.
there.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs has held out all offseason with contract negotiations. He's just returning to practice now, but he was the number one running back last year, so we don't
Yeah.
know where his head's going to be at. Dalvin Cook was another good one for the Vikings before he kind of got hurt at the end of the year, but now he's in like this platoon thing with the
With
Jets
the
with him and
Jets, yeah, with
Hall.
him and Brees Hall. It's gonna be weird.
So like, and then Kamara suspended the first three games.
Yep.
So like, you just like go, team by team, and you realize that like it's really like McCaffrey, and then some other guys mixed in there as well. But there's
Yeah,
just
you got
so
like
many
Tony
question
Pollard,
marks.
you got
Yeah,
who's gonna get carries.
yeah,
Saquon will get carries because he's really like the only threat besides Darren Waller on the Giants.
yeah. True.
I would love to get like a Brees Hall, but like you said, we don't know like how much he's gonna get carried the ball. Like I think their carries are gonna be split
Yeah.
between him and Dalvin Cook. And then you got Michael Carter, who's also arguably he was gonna be the number one back going into the season because they didn't know if Brees Hall was gonna be able to have the workload as a number one back.
Exactly. I
So
know I know Brees has been doing great in practice and
yep.
everything, but like you never know how that ACL is going to hold up and if he's going to
Mm-mm.
immediately get back to that explosive self or at all, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
So like and then so like you just look at all these positions, like wide receivers, there's plenty of teams you can have like 2, 3 good wide receivers, but tight end and running backs, you got to get some good tight
It's
ends and running
steep,
backs.
dude. It's steep. Or
Yeah.
it's not no depth at all. It's
No,
very weak.
cause like yeah, like last year I had like Kenneth Walker, and the first few weeks like he wasn't even their starter. Luckily, well, luckily not for him, but the starting running back got hurt, and he came in and he did really good for the season. But then he got hurt. I think my RB2 like averaged like 5 points a game. Like that's just not gonna get
Yeah.
me wins and stuff, you
No.
know. Luckily I had Justin Jefferson last year. He really carried me,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
no, there's a lot of question marks, and because especially because in some mock drafts I was able to get Derrick Henry or Najee Harris,
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. Yeah.
but guys like that scare me because those offenses are just so hit or miss and mostly
Yeah.
misses because I know they got DeAndre Hopkins now on the Titans but they still got some rookie quarterbacks they're using and their
I
offenses
don't even
just
know who the
never score.
quarterback is for Tennessee. Like I couldn't even
Yeah, I don't
name the
think it's
guy.
Tannehill anymore, right?
No, Tannehill's out.
Yeah,
They
so
have like that
they
that
have a
other
couple.
guy
They
with
have
a
like two
it
rookies
starts
in
with an
there.
M.
Yeah, they got Malik Willis
Malik Willis, yeah.
and then Will Levi's or
Yeah,
Levy's.
they will yeah, they
Yeah,
don't even know what he's gonna do.
I think it's still a competition kind of right now,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. There's just like so many question marks that like I don't want to rely on Derrick Henry because I know he gets touchdowns, but like literally like when you have a rookie quarterback, the defense can just stop the run and force you to throw it.
Yeah.
So at that point, I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
No, totally me too. I mean, I'm excited definitely for
Oh
fantasy
yeah,
football. I'm excited to win some money,
yeah,
or at the potential of winning money. I'm probably gonna come in last place or something again. Who knows?
yeah,
I'm just excited for the draft party at Dan K's house and what transpires after the draft party.
yeah.
So,
I think the phenomenon of just fantasy football has really just taken over, which not
No,
even
it's
just
insane.
the league itself, but like, yeah, the parties, the entrances in your suits, the
Yep.
punishments, all the above.
I'm definitely wearing a suit to the draft,
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
I'm showing up, suit, briefcase.
Oh, I gotta get
I'm
a
getting ready.
briefcase.
I'm
That's a
getting
good
ready
one.
for sure. But yeah, no, it's just crazy, and we have to think of a punishment this year too, if everyone
Dude,
wants to do it.
100%. I saw a punishment that was actually like a reward. It wasn't a punishment. It was the you might have seen it. The punishment was that for the San Francisco Giants, the guy who came in last place had to be a bat boy for the San Francisco
Oh
Giants.
yeah,
And there was
yeah,
like a
yeah,
40-year-old guy,
yeah.
and they like put it on the TV. They were like, yeah, like the punishment of a football league was to be the bat boy for the San Francisco Giants. And then like I saw a comment. It was like, this seems more like a reward.
Yeah,
Like,
that
dude's
wasn't a
on the field. Are you
punishment.
kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, he's Dave Fleming. He's one of their TV announcers slash radio announcers. And yeah, he came in. Yeah, so he's big,
Oh,
and he came in last place, and he went full uniform. He said he had sunflower seeds, bubble gum. He did the whole thing. I would love that as a punishment,
that is really funny though.
because I've seen some bad punishments,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's not a bad one.
I wanna what I wanna really do. Like, I like the ones that where it's like like you have to sit in the Waffle House for
Yeah,
24 hours, and each waffle you have like takes off an hour that you're there.
yeah.
Like, I
Now,
would love to do something like that.
yeah, I always thought about that one too. How many do you think you could realistically eat? Like, how much time are you cutting off?
Um, Realistically, throughout the whole day,
Yeah.
I think I could eat 6 waffles. Like, I'm a lowball it. I could
Mm.
eat 6 to 10 waffles.
Yeah, that's kind of the ballpark. I'm thinking I could knock off 10, I think. But
Like
waffles
my
are kind of dense,
Yeah, no, especially because the waffles there are like massive. Like, they're
huge.
literally like they're like this big. They're like a 3 stack like pancake.
Yeah.
Like, but one big waffle. Like,
Yeah,
that's like the
it's no
width and
Eggo
height.
waffle. It's no
Yeah.
Eggos, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, toxically, I think I could definitely eat 24
Yeah.
toxically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But realistically, I'm gonna shoot for like 6 or 10
Sure. Yeah, I think
between
yeah, because I
a little
think yeah,
time
because
in there.
you don't even have to do them like all at once too. Like you can get like three of them. You knock off 3 hours. You sit there for a little longer, and then you knock
Yeah.
off another couple. So yeah, no, that's a good punishment. I really like that one, but I can't
Nah,
think
we
of any
gotta
more.
what's one that I really liked? I saw one that it was like you have to get the loser has to sit through and take the SAT.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
Like, that is so funny to me,
so
dude. And
funny.
like everybody they tailgate while he's doing that. Like,
Yeah,
all the guys, they tailgate
and
while the guys in there taking the SAT.
yeah, and I think I've seen them take it a step further, where you have to get like a certain score on it, or else
Score
you have
on
to
it,
take it
yeah. And
again,
then you
dude.
take it again, yeah.
Dude, the tailgating too. Oh my God, I would love to tailgate someone taking the SAT. I'd be so mad if it was me, but
Dude, but could you imagine like you're tailgating the SAT, and these kids who are high schoolers
worried about
coming
getting into
out, and
college.
like we're out of college. We're washed up fucking 24, 25-year-olds, bro. And we're just like I would literally just like heckle the shit out of some high schoolers coming out. Be like, ha, what do you think you got, huh, buddy?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's not gonna
What's
be
two
good
plus
enough.
two? What's 2 plus 2? Bet you didn't get that one right.
Dude, that would be unbelievable. Just us
Oh,
in
it
the
would be
back of a
hilarious.
pickup truck, yeah, 24, 25 years old. Like, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
nervous about getting to college? Not gonna
Mm-hmm.
matter.
Not gonna matter. Look at us. We're washed up and we're tailgating at an SAT.
Just think about it. You're striving for an 1150. We got 1150s, man. This is where your future is.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh my God, that would be actually electric. We have to try and think of something before the draft starts that we can agree
No,
on.
definitely. I think we need to put like our collective minds together. I kind of want to do something that's like embarrassing, but like also kind of like a reward.
Yeah,
Um,
at least
like,
for everyone else.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least for everybody else. Yeah, not like for as long as I don't come in last place, like, I'll be okay,
Oh yeah.
type of thing where it's like I saw one that where a guy had to like sit in a cage for like 12 hours, like a
That's
dog
that's
cage.
that's
That one's
trash.
just like inhumane. I
Yeah,
don't know if I
exactly.
could
Or
ever do that to somebody.
yeah, or even like a beer mile. I wouldn't want someone to do that.
Oh no. I think
That's
something
trash.
funny would be like for those people that have to go into the office for work, like have them wear like a gold thong, like,
Oh,
to
that'd be
work.
funny.
I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah,
Like
and like,
sticking out of their like their pants or something. Like that would just be
dude,
so funny.
that would be nuts. There are some good ones you can do for sure. We
Could
can
you
get
imagine me
creative.
running a wedding and just like having a gold thong running up my back? I mean, obviously
Um,
I'd be wearing a jacket, they can't see it, but like while I'm like taking off my jacket in the night, the staff would just be like, is that a thong?
yeah, they'd be like, "What is that?" Oh my god, that would be legendary for sure. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be fun. We gotta come up with something like that.
Yeah, we definitely have to come up with something like that. But I think the good news is I believe this Saturday, if I'm not wrong, this Saturday and next Saturday marks the first weekend of 25 straight weekends with professional football on.
That's
So we have finally
awesome.
made it between college on Saturdays and professional on Sundays. We are finally back. We are
Dude,
finally back.
that is amazing. I mean, dude, I love baseball season, but there's
Yeah.
nothing better than football season, crashing a couple of beers on Sundays with the
Yeah.
boys,
Yes, exactly. Because
watching Red Zone,
yep.
nothing better.
Yeah, because exactly. Because like as great as baseball is, sometimes you usually have to wait till 7 o'clock to watch your team, and you usually don't watch other games, so it's not as exciting because it's slower pace. Come 12 o'clock on college game day on Saturdays, Pat McAfee just on your screen talking about the games for the week, which the college is behind, and then you have constant games from 12 p.m. to like 12 a.m. Honestly, and
Yep,
then you go to sleep, wake up 1 p.m. You got a whole lot of games, and hear the voice of an
whole lot of
angel,
games. Yep,
Chris Hansen on
Pearson,
on Red Zone.
love that guy, bro.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Football fall's coming. The craze is here, man. The craze is back. So
Dude, the craze is back. And
um,
speaking of crazes,
oh,
going on to our next topic is the
love it.
craze of sorority rush. You know,
Yeah.
it is that time of year for
Yep.
not only the NFL and college football,
Yep.
but for our lovely ladies out there
Yep.
who are trying to rush a sorority.
Yeah.
We were talking about it a little bit before the show, and I thought me and Tyler should bring it up. Tyler has a expert living with
Mm-hmm.
him.
Yep.
His girlfriend Taylor has been feeding him so much information. She's been our
Yep.
correspondent throughout this whole news and status here. But Tyler, kind of just run us through just the craziness of sorority rush.
I mean, yeah, it's for anyone who doesn't know much about rushing fraternity or sorority or anything, especially at these big southern schools. I mean, it is nuts. It's a whole week thing, different themes, different things go into it, and it's intense. And seeing some people on the TikTok, they're breaking down what they're wearing for the day for their themes. They got a shirt, a skirt, some jewelry and accessories on, and people go and they break down every item that they're wearing and to figure out how much it is. Some of these outfits per day are $5,000 per outfit. And I'm saying, regardless of how rich you may or may not be and affording that, why would you buy a $5,000 outfit? How could you to college? Like, and also because like there's also like 4 or 5 items that it could be. So you're saying per item there's $1,000? Like you're just wearing
That's
like a
absurd.
tank top or something, and it's $1,000.
Oh yeah, and especially girls too. Like, no offense to the ladies out there, but like a tank top could like, especially the sorority rush girls, it could literally just be like a strip of clothing. Like
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
literally just be like a band over their breasts, and that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
no, exactly. Yeah, it's just like not. Yeah, it's not like obviously a lot of clothing for some of them. But
Yep.
yeah, and just like some of their bracelets, like or even their shoes. Like Taylor was telling me, wrote it down. Thanks for the correspondence. She said they were called golden gooses, and she said they
Golden
basically yeah
gooses.
golden gooses, and they look like dirty Converse, and they're like $500 just for their shoes. And listen, I know there's a lot of sneakerheads out there. They buy their expensive shoes for guys and stuff, but to wear something that is described as dirty
Dirty
Converse,
Converse?
yeah,
What?
I don't know. I gotta look it up, but I mean,
No, this is ridiculous. We need a picture, like stat, like
yeah,
that's ridiculous. I mean, like we were also talking about it like pre-recording, but I was watching a Barstool podcast, and they were talking about how like the crazy thing now is that like sorority girls, like not only are they paying money for the sorority,
yeah,
but parents are paying thousands of dollars to sorority rush coaches. Like
crazy.
they're paying other girls who are washed up and ex sorority girls, alumni, to now coach their daughters through
App,
Rush and to get into the right sorority.
dude, absolutely nuts. You
No,
were
it's
telling me
crazy.
about that too, and obviously Taylor, like, I just can't even imagine, like on top of the Alabama tuition or whatever school tuition, you now are paying for your daughter's outfits, and
No,
you're
it's
also now
absurd.
paying for a coach just to how you could talk to sorority. And there's like, at least obviously they have it at most of the bigger schools. I saw Taylor was showing me stuff from Ole Miss, Auburn, even Arizona State, and all those schools. But like, there's like 15 different sororities, at least at those schools. I don't know how the fraternities work
Exactly. Yeah.
for the rushing. I don't think it's as crazy. I just know that TikTok, like they made a whole documentary on Hulu about Bama Rush.
Dude,
And I
it's
didn't see it
fucking
yet, but I heard
absurd.
it was nuts. And they
They
kind
made
of
it.
go
Was it
like
on Netflix?
Hulu.
Hulu? No way. That's
Yeah, and they kind of
crazy.
go behind the scenes, but it's just like, dude, I can't believe it. And Taylor says like obviously every day, like, on your TikTok feed, like you'll get, girls will fall in love with like certain people like based on their outfits. And like Taylor was like some days was like trying to see, and like especially on bid day, like, oh, what house are they going to, or what sorority, or like what are they wearing today, and like all these things. And I was like, dude, I can't believe it. And you should see the goodie bags they got for getting accepted into some of these sororities.
We
Yeah,
didn't get
like
shit.
yeah, like we got like a shirt, couple shirts here and there. Like we had to pay for everything else. Like this one girl like pulled out her bag. It looked like Mary Poppins' bag to me. It was the biggest bag I've ever seen, and the stuff just kept coming. It was like, oh, keychain, a little thing, a little wallet that clips onto the back of your phone, a tumbler, and it was like, this crew neck, this shirt, this shirt, this hat, this windbreaker, this polo, this. I'm like, it looked like a D1 athlete just got like
That's
admitted to one of these
ridiculous.
schools,
No, that
dude.
is nuts, dude. I mean, like I've seen too. I mean, not probably the TikTok she's been seeing, but I've just seen
Yeah,
that like uh these girls, they're just so crazy. It's like the only thing that they think about is like getting accepted to one of these sororities. And it's
yeah,
like if they don't make it in, it's like they transfer schools to go
yeah,
somewhere else. I'm like the fact that that's but I mean, we were very lucky that like
yeah.
our social life at school didn't rely on like frat life, but there is like
No,
it is like that at some schools where if you're not in a fraternity or sorority,
yeah.
if you're not in Greek life, like you have no life. Like
No,
college
I
would
I
be
I know because
terrible for you.
yeah, like you said, we got lucky. Me and Carl were both in the same fraternity at New Haven, and we got lucky because obviously, like it's a smaller school, so it's simpler kind of to make friends in a
Yeah.
sense because you're in within your major, you make a lot of friends. If you know other people, you make friends, and then obviously to top it all off, like Greek life is not all about the social life. It does help. There's other perks of about it, but
Yeah,
like
I
at these
mean
yeah,
you
sorry,
get a lot of community service,
yeah, yeah.
you get like a lot of connections through it to for jobs and stuff like that. So it's great.
Yeah, so there's a lot of positive qualities that come out of it for you as well. Depending how much you want to put in. But at these bigger schools, I mean, 60,000 people, your class is like 300 people. I mean, who are you going to really be friends with besides your roommate? And if your roommate
Exactly.
sucks, then
Yeah.
now you're lost
Then
at
you're
this big
screwed. Yeah.
school, as a freshman. So, but yeah, Bama Rush, especially, but sorority Rush, I mean, it's a big craze. And, just before I forget, anyone could look it up. It's called Golden Gooses. Dude, they're
There's no way.
pre-dirty. The
There's no way.
$595 on Bloomingdale's for these. They're
No
dirty. They
way.
come pre-dirty. Cause like I
Dude,
know
what?
I know like at
I
college you
mean,
always have those like gross shoes that you always go out like clubbing with,
yeah.
or when you're just walking around campus. Like I get it. But like, all right, so they come pre-dirty. You skip a step. $600. I'm not trying to skip a step
No,
for $600. I'd rather
that's
get my two hundred
crazy.
dollars shoes, and if they get dirty after like a year, they get dirty after a year. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
wear those out. That is because it defeats the purpose. That's the
I would
money.
never even wear $200 shoes out though. Like that's what I'm like.
No, yeah,
You, like I purposely like buy shoes. Like if I buy like have I have a nice pair of Air Maxes that I like.
yeah,
Beat the shit out of them. Those are now my beaters, and now I
yeah,
bought the same pair because I love them so much. They're
yeah,
$100,
yeah.
and that's what I'm gonna wear. I mean, I did just recently buy a pair of Jordans, and I literally only wear those pair of Jordans
Yep,
if I'm going somewhere where I know I'm not gonna be in a crowd.
yep,
Like that's it.
100%. Yeah,
Don't wear them anywhere else.
yeah. No, anywhere that's dirty floors you might spill something on. Like anywhere that's just kind of calm, cool, and collected, you wear those. But
And those
that,
sorority rushes can get insane and they're gonna get destroyed. So why are
dude,
you doing that?
yeah, I know. I know people who have gone to big schools, and they say like obviously like there's buses and stuff you have to take to get to downtown. Like usually we would Uber, walk out the Uber, you go right there. But like on these bus systems, they might drop you off down the street, down the block. So you now have to walk, and if it's raining and muddy, like you're wearing your best outfit because you're not changing when you get to the club or the house party. So like,
Yeah, no.
dude, yeah, I can't believe it. Bid day was just the other day, so congrats to everybody who was
Congrats to all the
accepted.
girls that got accepted. I'm
Yeah.
so happy you found your home. Yeah.
Dude, it's scary. Like I've seen some Family Guy spoofs on it where like these girls have their choreographed dances and cheers and stuff when you walk into the house, and Family Guy has done some skits on it, and it's it's
No,
it's spot on. It's
it's
scary
so funny,
sometimes.
bro. It literally is like something out of a horror movie, dude.
Hmm.
It's hilarious. Dude, I have actually not seen a horror movie that has anything to do with sororities. Like they're missing such a broad scope of great horror.
They really is. I never thought about that. Maybe
I
it's
just
out
thought
there.
about that just now.
Yeah, I wonder if it's
All
out there.
right, we're gonna pitch it to the studios. I'm gonna bring it to Warner Brothers. We're gonna bring it to A24 Studios. We
Yeah,
are gonna get this made.
from the two-man production.
Two-man production. Let's go. Let's
We're
go.
moving up in the world
Two-man
already.
production.
Look at us. But yeah, I thought we should talk about that a little bit. If anyone hasn't took a deep dive into it, it's entertaining
And
every year.
you might get lost in it. So good luck and Godspeed.
Yeah, let us know how your experience goes for sure.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're recording this on Tuesday, and actually, it just now started. The premiere of Ahsoka, which is our next topic,
Mhm.
starts now. 2-episode premiere. Um, so before we get to our last and final game, Tyler,
Mhm.
let's
Yep.
just talk about our expectations for the show. I know personally I'm super excited. I mean, I'm wearing my Star Wars gear today because I
Yeah,
knew
you
we'd
you came
talk about it a little
prepared.
bit.
Yep.
Came prepared, learning my Grogu, little baby Yoda. Look at him, he's so cute. He's eating a bowl of soup. But yeah, so um I'm really excited to see where this goes. I know a lot of people weren't happy with the way that The Mandalorian season 3 ended. But I genuinely liked the whole season. I think it could have been a little bit better, but
Mhm.
I think that Ahsoka is just gonna literally blow it out of the ballpark. They have so much source material, and the
Mhm.
guy who like created the character,
Mhm.
Dave Filoni, he is the one who wrote all the scripts. He's producing
Perfect.
everything. He's directing every episode.
The way it should be.
So I think that every single minute is going to be amazing.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure we're getting Daddy Vader back in this.
That I
Um,
I would expect nothing less.
some Anakin and Snips,
Yeah.
some live action stuff, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Uh, what is your look onto it? You excited for anything to see anything?
I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot. I mean, I didn't know it came out tonight. I knew it was coming out soon. You told me right
Yeah,
before the show that you're gonna watch it right after with Joey. I'll have to watch it this week for sure. I had no idea. I'm excited for it. I've seen a couple trailers, like if it's on TV, like kind of in the background. And a
yeah,
lot of these times for like the Star Wars shows or even some of the past Marvel shows, I go into it not really seeing some of the trailers. And I feel like that really helps because I have an open mind and not know too much of what to expect, the direction they're going to go. I'm definitely looking forward to see some live action Rebels. Excited to see those
yeah,
guys
dude,
come
me
back on the
too.
screen. They have a perfect actress that looks just like Ahsoka. They have Rosario
Yeah.
Dawson. She
She's
looks,
great. She's a great actress too.
yeah, I know she was in The Mandalorian a little bit and she was great. She really, you could tell she loves the role and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking for some live action Ahsoka stuff to begin with, and hopefully a live action Anakin and Ahsoka meet up as well.
Yeah,
So
dude, I'm excited to see more Hayden Christensen because I do really like him.
yeah.
A lot of Star Wars fans, the older Star Wars fans don't really like the prequels. I think we were in that era where the prequels were our movies. I saw I saw a Star Wars take the other day. It was on Star Wars Theory, one of the guys I watch on YouTube,
Hmm.
and he was saying that um like for us, a lot of people don't really like the sequels that just came out, the ones with Ray.
Hmm.
But they made a really good point, was like when Star Wars originally came out, those people who were kids, they grew up, and then they saw the prequels and they were expecting the prequels to be how the originals were.
Yeah, makes
And but
sense.
then if you talk to the kids who grew up on the prequels, they say that they absolutely love the prequels and they love the originals, but the prequels is what they love more because that's what they grew up with.
Yeah.
So I saw that they were saying that basically it's going to be kind of probably the same thing. The kids who were kids
Hmm.
when the sequels came out, they're going to think that that is the best Star Wars content that they've ever seen because, that's what they grew up with. Those are the characters, those are the action figures that they bought. Those are the movies that they grew up on. So hopefully, I mean, it'll grow with the audience,
Yeah.
that people like those movies. But I know personally, I think that Ahsoka is gonna be great because you touched on it. That like, um, Rosario Dawson, the actress, is a fan herself, and she
Hmm.
wanted to be this particular character, and that's what I
Hmm.
think makes it really cool is when the actors or actresses want to play a character and they're
Yep.
also a fan of the character, because a lot of times the actors or actresses, they'll play a character and they're just doing it for the paycheck. But
Yeah.
I think a little bit recently, especially with the actors and actresses, they just love the characters that they've been
Yeah.
or they're going to be, so they do their research, they have a lot of fun with it.
Hmm.
So I'm very excited to see, some force abilities. I feel like the Marvel shows have been a little bit lacking lately, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping our Star Wars end on Disney will give us a little bit of a better, watch. So
Yeah.
a
I'm
little bit
hoping
more
so too.
entertainment.
Yeah, like you said, you put it perfectly. I think a lot of it has to do now with like, you have to, some of the crowd that grew up watching Star Wars back when it came out in like the 70s, obviously probably don't keep up with like the animated Clone Wars or the animated
Yeah.
Rebels. So a lot of that stuff that they're introducing now is stuff that, yeah, we watched growing up, the animated stuff, and they're bringing into real life, which makes it so appealing to us. You still have your diehards that know the comic, the lore, and all that
Yeah,
stuff, you
exactly.
know?
Like there's like crazy lore behind Star Wars, I think more
Yeah,
than any other um fandom.
yeah,
There's so many what
exactly.
ifs, there's so many like
So yeah,
crazy stuff.
yeah, and these actors and actresses know before they get into any movie that they want to deliver, but even more so, they know these fans will make hurt, come at you hard if you
They'll
don't do it
they'll
right
eat you up and spit you out.
and spit you out, and your career will quickly be over. I mean, they
Yep.
hated Hayden Christensen for a long
Forever.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know the kid who played little Anakin was bullied, and he was like 6 or 7
Yeah.
years old. So it's like
Exactly. Like
they
why?
are ruthless. They will not hold back. So you want to do it, you gotta do it right.
Yeah,
So
he was bullied, and I saw something recently too that like apparently like he wanted to act differently, but like George Lucas was like, "No, this is how I want you to act."
yeah,
Like,
dude, it's up
and
to the director a lot of
yeah,
times. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely looking forward. I love when the first week because you see what direction the show's gonna go in,
yeah,
and also
exactly.
when they drop 2 episodes is always great because that first episode usually leaves you confused, and then
Yeah,
immediately once that second
second one.
episode comes out, you're like, oh, okay, and then
That's
you get
why
rolling with it.
I kind of like the binging of shows sometimes because you're able to like basically watch at your pace. It could be like 2 a.m. You can want to go to bed, but you're like, oh, it just left on a cliffhanger. I got to watch the next one.
Yeah,
So it's like it's nice in that aspect. But like the week to week, thrill of like just thinking and all the possibilities of what can
yeah,
happen next kind of makes the show kind of like great. I know that's how I felt with Secret Invasion up until we talked about this the last two
the
episodes kind of
ending.
just killed it
Yeah,
for us.
yeah,
But like when House of Dragons coming it was coming out, Game of Thrones, like every episode, like the theories that everybody had were just insane, like wondering what was going to happen next, even though it was based off of a book that pretty much a lot of people read already. People were
yeah.
still guessing what they were going to do next.
Yeah,
So
no, I
it's
get
cool.
it. Yeah, no, it's definitely cool, and I definitely look forward to it as well.
Yeah, man. Excited. So I think we're almost at the end of our time here.
Yeah,
Let's do our game. You have a game for us. I'm very
yep,
surprised. Tyler did not tell me anything before going into this.
yep,
So
yep. No, I have a game. You probably have seen it before. It's kind of trending on TikTok as well as I know the Basement Yard just did it as well, and some other podcasts. But I have 3 different rounds here. But what you are going to do is you are going to blind rank these lists. So I don't know if you know how this
oh, I've
works. I
been
don't know if you've
seeing
seen it.
this. Yeah.
You've seen this, yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, Each list consists of 5 different things. I'll tell him the topic beforehand, but I tell you one thing, and he has to rank it 1 through 5, and it has to stay there, and he doesn't know what's coming next. So obviously, you have to be very careful where you want to put some of these things.
All right, so we're
Make
doing
sure.
it's 1 through 5.
Yeah, it's 1 through 5. I have 3 different topics. Obviously, I have all 5 things, so I'll tell you where you rank these, and best of luck, my man.
Oh God. All right, I'm excited. Let's do it.
Sounds good. So this first topic, I guess I would describe as like New York City slash Long Island staple kind of things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the first option, where would you rank a bacon, egg, and cheese salt, pepper, ketchup?
Ah, I'm gonna go middle of the road. I'm gonna go number 3.
Ooh, you're gonna go right
Yeah,
with three?
I'm
Okay.
gonna go right with 3. No
All right.
thinking, because if you think too much in this game, I feel like you're fucked.
All right.
So,
Let's see.
I'm
Let's see.
going 3. Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup. All right. Sounds good. All right. So then number two, I got pizza. Just a slice of pizza, whatever pizza you prefer.
Yeah, so I don't want to give the number 1 too far away, so I am going to go number 1 because I fucking love pizza, man.
You
Let's
like
fucking
it, you got
go.
to put it there. I get it.
Oh God, I'm very scared. So pizza's my number 1. What else? You got 3 more. Oh
Yes.
God.
So the third option, places where you will, is hot dog.
Hot dog's going easy 5 for me. Hot
Yeah,
dog's an easy 5 for me.
fair enough. You're not a huge.
I'm not a big wiener guy, not a big dog guy.
That's
I
fine.
know
That's fine.
dog sucking season has been great so far, but unfortunately I haven't been sucking down many dogs.
Not even
So
a dirty water dog right on the
no,
street vendor.
not even a microwave hot dog. Like you
Gotcha.
and Jimmy love.
Can't beat it. A minute in the microwave. Uh, and then the fourth option I got is just a plain old bagel. Cream cheese or butter.
I'm going number 4. I love a good bagel, but I feel like you're gonna give me a solid number 2. I'm hoping out. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for it.
You are lucky I'm nice because by default your number two is Ralph's Italian Ices.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's
Nicely done.
go.
Nicely done.
Oh, that's great, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome. I
that's a
love
good
that.
list. That's scary. I love this game so much.
That is a
Uh,
solid. I think I did a solid list there. Pizza 1, Ralph's 2,
mhm.
bacon, egg, and cheese 3, bagel 4, hot dog 5. I
Yeah,
mean, if anybody else like that you could easily swap like probably hot dog and bacon, egg, and cheese and put maybe bacon, egg, and cheese at 2 for Long
sure,
Island
sure.
stuff. You
But
definitely can, but uh,
there's been worse lists. I'll tell you that much.
no, it's definitely been worse. That's crazy. That's so much fun.
Yeah, I love this game so much. We were playing it in the car ride to pass the time, driving up to like Maine with Courtney and Jamie,
Yeah.
Josh, Casey, me, and Taylor. And like we were playing with like Taylor Swift songs or like a certain artist, and like you would play the song and you wouldn't know what's coming next. And then you would like places that too, and you're like, oh, but I
Oh,
love this song more, but I don't want to put it at one. So
that's
I love
crazy.
this game so much. It's electric.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
yeah. Anywho, all right. So the next category I got for you is appetizers.
Oh God.
We're gonna go appetizers.
Oh God.
And we are going to start off with where would you rank nachos?
Wow. Um,
Load them how you like. You want to add a protein or
I'm gonna
cheese,
put
jalapenos.
nachos at number 4. As much as
Okay.
I do love a nacho, there are other appetizers that I love better at 1, 2, and 3.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and hopefully that nachos is at number 4 pick here.
Okay. The next one I have is spinach dip. A little spin dip action.
I like spin dip is really good, but I'm gonna go number 5,
Okay, right below nachos.
right below nachos.
And then
So
we
no, I think I'm
got
in a good spot for the. You got some probably heaters coming. I know it. I know it.
you got some heaters. I'm gonna go dirty laundry. No, I'm just kidding. The next one I have is potato skins. Some good
Oh,
old potato skins.
potato skins are good. I'm gonna go number 3 for potato skins.
Okay, kind
Loaded
of walk
potato
me backwards
skins.
here because I think you kind of know what I have loading up.
I do. I think I do. And
The next one would be buffalo wings. Where is
see,
buffalo wings?
if what I think you have coming next, it is what it is. I hope so. It could like this could go two I think you have coming could go one or two for me,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna go one for Buffalo
Okay.
chicken. I'm gonna go one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't be wrong because number two is if this is what you're thinking of, mozzarella sticks.
I fucking knew it. It was gonna be mod sticks. I fucking knew it. And I'm happy to put mod sticks at number two.
Yeah,
But
man.
like it depends where you go, man. I mean, mod sticks could easily be number one, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with, when in doubt, you're hungry, you need to, get some food in fast, some boneless buffalo wings or bone in,
yeah.
either one is a great appetizer.
Yeah, I mean they're interchangeable for everyone, so I think these are some good ones. I think yeah, we have to I have one more topic, but we have to play this game again, which is like throwing some just terrible ones because
No, 100%.
yeah.
100%. We gotta do this with, I love this. We gotta do this with like songs like you said, and we'll just play
Oh yeah,
like songs from an
100%.
artist.
Yeah,
That'd be
we'll just name
awesome.
them because don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, no copyright. Ha.
Love you, YouTube. Anywho, and then the last one I have, the topic is drinking games.
Oh God.
Drinking
This could be
games.
a killer.
So I have five here. I do have five here. All right. So the first one is your usual at a party one is beer pong.
Ooh. That's a tough one to start with
Yeah.
because there could be so many great ones after.
So many.
I'm going beer pong at number two.
Okay. Okay. The next one I have is flip cup.
Ooh, electric. Um, I think I'm going to put that at number three because there's one I'm holding out for. Easily, I could have put beer pong and flip cup if I was
Hmm.
looking at all the other games.
Yeah,
I could
of
have
course.
easily put
Yeah.
them both at one or two, but I'm gonna put that at number three.
Sounds good. So
Flip cup.
then you have one, four, and five open.
Yep.
And another option is beer bash or beer ball, whichever one you want to call it.
I had a very strong debate about this, just the name of it. It is beer bash. It is not beer ball. I hate all the losers that say beer ball because
Yeah.
if
What?
you grew up in the rugby house of New Haven, you know it's beer bash, baby, and we're
It
getting ready and down to it.
it's beer
So
bash. It's a hundred
it's
percent
beer
beer
bash,
bash.
100% beer bash.
Yeah.
And I am actually gonna put beer bash at number one because I absolutely love that
Oh,
game.
oh, I did
Yeah.
not think that was your number
Yes,
one coming
that
up.
is my number one.
Whoa.
That is my number one. I'm putting beer bash at number one. That's the one I was hoping you were gonna say.
Dude, I purposely said that one next because I did not think that was your number one. I thought you were gonna I
Let's
was gonna wait for your number one, so that's crazy.
let's go.
So then I have Slap Cup, which I believe it's
Oh, I'm
called.
putting that at
Yeah.
five.
Putting that at five.
I don't fuck with slap cup.
Yeah, I don't play it too much. Messy. You gotta play it
Yeah.
outside. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, no, you can't play it inside and it's tough. I mean, it is electric when you're playing it, especially
Sure.
when we used to play with the boys,
Yeah.
especially in the fraternity setting, before pregame before the girls got there. It was electric, but
Yeah.
definitely towards I didn't play it much, maybe like 15 times at most in my whole college career. So,
I think I
and that's being
twice.
generous.
I was about to say I think I
Yeah,
played it
that's being
twice in my
generous.
whole life, and I don't think I've ever played
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Personally,
Crazy.
yeah. And then so what's coming in at the four for you might upset some people is beer die.
Ah, I forgot about beer
Which I
dye.
thought was going to be your number one.
Oh, oh, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. So
Damn.
it's
All
not the
right, no,
worst thing.
I'm okay with it. It's not the worst list.
No.
I if I were to, redo it, I probably would have swapped beer dye and beer bash. I just got
Yeah.
really excited because I love beer bash.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think I've got a solid list.
I
But
mean, yeah, they're all pretty good ones. But yeah,
yeah,
that's nuts.
oh, that's so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sticking with it. Beer bash number one. Yeah, come at me. Come see me. You Jimmy beer die. Nah. Beer bash.
I'll have
Beer
to tell.
bash.
I'll have to tell him you said that for sure.
Yeah. At Die's Life, Beer Bash. Sorry, Die's Life. We were also featured on that page too, because we're sick.
We were because we're great. But yeah, so that's our game for the week. I'm glad you like it. We definitely have to play it a lot more times. I just
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
surprise you the first time around, but we'll definitely go back
No,
and forth a little bit.
that was awesome, dude. I love that.
Yeah. Exactly. But I think that's all we have for today. You got anything else to say for them, Carl?
No, just keep a lookout for, our Instagram, our TikToks, keep running up the numbers. Please like, subscribe, send to your friends, buy some merch, and we appreciate all the two-man fandom out there, and we love you all and wish you guys a very happy week and see you next week.
Yeah, exactly what he
Or
said. Thank you
the
guys
week
for
or the week after, who knows, whatever.
whatever. Have
Yeah.
a good rest of your life. But yeah, Carl said it. Thank you everyone for the continued support, the continued listens if you're at this point, and yeah, keep following the social media. We appreciate
Yes,
y'all.
sir. Two man, too good, baby. Let's
Peace out,
go.
everyone. Drake, please drop your album. Please drop
Yep,
your
Drake,
album this
Drake,
week.
Drake,
Please, please,
Drake.
please,
Drop the
please. Love
album.
you,
Drop
love you.
the
Bye, bye,
album.
bye, 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 bye.
For all the dogs. Yep.